It was a sunny Saturday afternoon, perfect for a swim in my backyard pool. I had just finished setting out towels and pool floats when the peace was shattered by a loud, booming voice. "We own this neighborhood," HOA Karen's husband bellowed from the edge of the yard, striding up to the fence with a smug grin. Behind him, Karen waved her phone furiously, and their teenage son tagged along, trying to mimic his father's self-importance. I blinked. "Excuse me, what exactly do you mean by that?" He pointed at the pool, chest puffed out. "This pool, you need to give it to us. The neighborhood belongs to us, and therefore, everything in it does too." I stepped forward, incredulous. No, that's my pool on my property. Your claim is ridiculous," Karen interjected, shrill as ever. "We're just enforcing HOA rules. You're violating regulations." Lisa appeared calmly behind me, immediately assessing the scene. She stepped between me and Karen's husband, radiating quiet authority. "Sir," she said evenly, "you do not own the neighborhood. You do not have authority over private property. Threatening someone over their pool is harassment, plain and simple. Step back before this escalates." Karen's husband scoffed. "I'm enforcing rules. We have authority. You can't." Lisa raised a finger. "You might want to reconsider. We've already consulted with the state attorney regarding property rights and HOA authority. Your claims are baseless. Any further interference could have legal consequences." At that moment, I calmly dialed the sheriff, explaining that the HOA had escalated into harassment over private property. Within minutes, sirens cut through the neighborhood's afternoon calm. The sheriff arrived, surveyed the scene, and raised an eyebrow at Karen's husband. "Sir, you claim to own the neighborhood and that this pool belongs to you?" He puffed up, ready to lecture, but the sheriff laughed. Not mockingly, but with unmistakable disbelief. "No, just no. You do not own this property. You do not have authority over this pool. Any further threats or interference will be treated as harassment." Karen's husband turned red, clearly unused to being laughed at rather than obeyed. Karen muttered something about the board and rules, but even she looked uncertain under the sheriff's scrutiny. Their son slouched behind them, realizing that pretending to be powerful was suddenly very different from actually having power. Lisa gave me a small smile. Some people mistake volume and entitlement for authority. Today, reality reminded them otherwise, with a little help from the sheriff. I exhaled, leaning against the pool fence. The water shimmered invitingly, undisturbed, a symbol that calm authority and preparation always triumph over theatrics and misplaced privilege. By late afternoon, the HOA trio had retreated, mumbling about next time and the board, but it was clear their claim had been thoroughly dismissed. The pool remained exactly where it belonged, mine, and peace had returned to the backyard. As I finally slipped into the water, feeling the cool liquid wash away the tension of the morning, I reflected on the lesson. Entitlement and assumed dominance can't override property rights or the law. HOA Karen's husband had thought he could intimidate and claim what wasn't his. Instead, he had learned, to his dismay, that some boundaries are non-negotiable, and the sheriff's laughter had sealed the lesson.